Interesting. Interesting how these things end up occurring. You think that, like, with time, people would act, think, and behave differently. But um, if you don't, like, actually see things for how they are, it might end up in a clouded perception of oneself, actually. Like, the the part of you that sees things for how they should be should never be forced on another person at all. But people can get that way. I don't know. It's one of those things. I have a day off today. It's like cold, raining. Had some things to talk about. Like lately, my computer just doesn't want to work correctly, even though I know it should. So it's a weird thing, I guess. But trying to get to the bottom of it, to be honest. Ugh. Brr, brr. It's cold. It's October. Brr. But yeah, I don't know. The other day at work, I had this discussion about
It's the
art.
simplest.
I had this discussion about art and the way that people see the value of art versus, say, idealism or personal background. And within that discussion, it's actually about um, Jackson Pollock and Basquiat, which were two modern um, as abstractions within art. They made sort of the same thing in some way, but I guess uh, the main difference being is that they had different cultural backgrounds and idealism, and I don't know. I guess that is the discussion. So, is does the final product or say a painting matter more than the person who painted it, you know? Or even with TV or something that's made, say there's a video that someone made, doesn't matter who made it if the video is entertaining. I'd say it does, right? This is a snake that jumps. They have flying snakes. Have you seen a flying snake before? This is a cool little thing. They jump from the trees and soar through the skies. Watch, yeah, watch a flying snake slither through the air.
Wells Fargo has donated over.
Stop that. Not that. God. But here's the thing. I thought this was so cool. See, there it goes.
There are
They do
5
this
species.
They do this to like find prey and eat.
Their skeletons to glide through the air. The study has revealed exactly how these gliding snakes contort their bodies to cover a great deal.
National Geographic.
This is no ordinary snake.
This is no ordinary snake.
What makes it so unusual is not its ability
What makes it so unusual isn't that it's green.
to slither up a tree like this. Many snakes are able to use their belly scales to push against tree bark, allowing them to undulate upwards.
I thought this was very cool. Like, I found this a couple weeks ago.
No, what makes this tree snake so unusual is its interest in, well, one might say, passion for becoming airborne.
Yes.
These are flying snakes.
Yes, they are.
fly from tree to tree. Why? Well, probably because here in Indonesia, it's the quickest, most efficient way to get from here to there. The snake flattens its body.
Imagine, you know, you're walking, you look up at the tree, there's some sort of snake,
into a ribbon shape, launches itself, and
and
then
it jumps on you.
swims through the air.
I'd be so,
Actually,
so upset, so mad. Get this thing off of me. Get this thing off of me. Alright? Let's make sure audio is correct on here. That and you don't want a snake to jump on you if you're in the forest, but also, you know, poison dart frogs. They kind of freak me out too. I mean, they're cute, not gonna lie. I like the way they look. They're usually brightly colored. But imagine you're just, you know, out and about and in the middle of the rainforest
Quality at unbeatable prices? Yes, chef.
Horse duver.
and you're walking and you like pass by a little leaf and then a poison dart frog just jumps on you. Most likely you just die.
It's an Aldi thing.
I found myself where I knew I needed to finish my
Most
education. I
Most likely you're just gonna
chose
die.
Purdue Global because of
You're not getting back to safety. There's no anti-venom. You just
This is a poison dart frog.
This is a poison dart frog.
Males raise their young in a very special way.
In a very special way.
A father will place each one of his tadpoles in its own tiny pool of water. This is one.
It's kind of cool. I like that.
Nice and safe.
Yes. But here's what I'm saying. This thing jumps on you. Your arm is gonna fall off. Okay? So if you run into it, be wary. Alright? And I think about that all the time. Hopefully a poison dart frog.
City officials in Washington.
Come out of nowhere.
Sora 2 is this you?
See what's going on TikTok. What's going on in the world. I haven't been on here in a minute.
Discussing Indian blood, we're going to judge.
Nobody wanted a strike.
This is.
Why are you out here?
You said we're going fishing.
Can I ask you something serious?
Story time. Switch.
Why would you do that? What the fuck is your problem? Like, genuinely.
You need an LLC. Is
You need like funnel.
Why would you do that?
What the heck?
What the fuck is your problem? Like.
You need an LLC.
I wanted to see the circle. So I didn't hear what's happening. What? What happened? Hurry up. Let's see what happens. Oh. That was not as interesting as I thought it was, to be honest. Keep scrolling. Oh my god. Oh. That could have been really bad, actually.
Y'all see this big ass table, right? I've been sitting right here for the last 45 minutes. Look at where this nigga choose to sit. Now, if I turn my chair like this,
Here is what happened in internet.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with like a bow. Don't do that.
I'm a CIA officer. I work my.
Even though that's kind of cool, I am archery. I'm very good at archery. I hit my mark, you know. Then it doesn't mean that I like those things. So keep scrolling.
So what are the natural consequences of a health system that only...
It's kind of scary.
Prepare for...
This is huge.
I would be so mad if some shit.
You know what this?
He changed his mind. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
He changed.
Aw. He's getting some sun. But no, I mean, lately I've been sort of having to deal with the thoughts, feelings, and opinions of other people, and it's just not one of those things to me. I take it all into account, but it can be rather stressful not having, some sort of outlet for just like being an individual at all. And I really don't want to have to, deal with that kind of stuff. So whenever I like do anything, I'm most likely always respectful, most likely always have humility, and I'm humble and polite, by an extension. But you run into people who might actually, just have a problem just to have one. And
Sergeant Jump.
It's not something that I would recommend, but they usually don't even have reason for what they're doing, They just kind of feel the way they do, and then there's nothing afterwards. There's no justification, there's no reasoning, there's no, they can't even, communicate properly the actual dilemma or say what's actually happening, because they're so focused on proving their point, in which they're starting in the wrong place. So it's just and that discussion also has to do with my computer
Top stays in
properly, because I know it should be working properly. So it's one of those things, just to sit here, you know who you are. And it can be very annoying, actually, because I'll be sitting trying to do anything on my computer, or even, creatively painting, because I painting Crota, but I'll be sitting waiting for it to respond, just knowing I paid $800 for this computer for it to work properly, and it's not the hardware. So and I have no time for people who are that way. You run into a lot of those kinds of sorts where they're insecure, or say they don't want you to do something, but they're not doing anything themselves. That type of thing. Hey, I don't want you to, so I'm gonna prevent you. Should never be that.
Verbal altercation became physical.
The Amazon worker lets loose, attacking the victim when her back was turned.
But it can be, actually. People can be that way, and there's 9 billion people on Earth, And if you think about the vast number of people, and then you melt it down to essentially people who will do this sort of thing, I'm sort of the only one.
You can't.
So, being a target for those kinds of things is just so annoying. And lately, I've just been trying to enjoy my day off, but it's become such a problem. I actually have to say something. And it's not even one of those things. It's just, why are you attempting to, ruin someone else's time? Why do you feel the need to ruin other people and what they do, or their time at all?
She's going.
Giant tree. But I'm serious. I'm serious about that. People can and do and are that way.
You?
How are you? I'm fine.
I hope you die. I'm not one for it. I'm really not.
If somebody dares me to have a third, really on.
They finna shoot a nigga.
Back up to my boy. Look, keep your hands up.
Girl, I don't got none. Stop it.
Really more of an INFTP type. I'm INFTP. I'm introverted, but I am good socially, you know? I'm not one to not be vocal, but I am introverted. And it's a good trait to have, which is interesting. You know, if you look at it, some people are more extroverted, outgoing. You know, you have the leader friend, you have the comedic relief and joke friend, the quiet friend that's on their phone, and all of the above, you know. But people don't sit in those archetypes, but you can kind of pick apart, you know, social dynamics in that way. Sorry, I just want to see this yacht sink because I hate classes. Ha, 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. As in on automaton, I feel nothing. Oh, that sucks. Ha 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 ha. As an automaton, I
Can be my number one.
A genius
does not compute.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no...
Two teachers brought him to what is called a cool-down room. Video shows the student leaning against the wall for over a minute before an administrator...
You may shoot me with your words.
Yes, ma'am, Bramiah.
Hello, Dr. Angela. I was in New York City the 11th, and a couple months later, I heard you talk about you first.
Answering phone calls with my mom.
China had a very
There's so much I want to say.
It's funny how Hassan.
Let it stay from my brain. Let it stay from my brain. Let it stay from my veins. Let it stay from my pain. Let it stay from my rain. Let it stay from my rain. Who really knows? Let it stay from my rain. But who really knows?
Okay.
Let it stay from my pain.
Mayo, ketchup, paprika, garlic.
If you get
Cook the potatoes. Mash them. Paprika, cream cheese. It's like a little bit of flour, cheese. Okay, now you have more cheese. Then you then you make them into dumplings.
Do you understand? I speak your language.
You know, you could add a bit of cayenne pepper to that. It might be a little spicier. Like spicy.
Bing.
Later man, killing it. They proud of all my fucking friends. Missing men, I think I fell in love again in Michigan. The whip right there. Spot outside. Let it stay for my pain. Let it stay for my rain. Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my days. Let it stay for my pain. Let us pray for my rain. Let us pray for my rain. Stay for my pain. Wow, child, been alone for a while. Now, if you gotta turn it down, down. Wow, child, been alone for a while. Now, if you gotta turn it down, down. In the wind right there, in this park outside.
I just have a huge issue with this. I said something last night about it, but it's so hypocritical. It's like it's hypocritical. It's the worst of the worst of this country for this type of thing to happen. And what's funny is that the whole thing is that the ICE agent will go and do what they do and put someone in some sort of internment camp and then go to Chipotle right after with extra guac.
This video shows custom.
Do you know where the avocados come from?
The person who sent you.
That is how they are. That is the nature of how they are. But just scrolling past it, you know, it's very serious thing.
This is the chilling manifesto of Minneapolis school shooter Robin Westman, showcasing the deadly details of the horrific act.
Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now.
CHP officer, he's going for a run. They're both jumping out.
These days, you get tackled, punched in your face, assaulted by public officials that won't identify themselves in masks. How does that work?
The whip right there.
Breaking right now, first to 4, El Grito, Chicago's 2.
You don't have to know who I am. No, we do. We really do.
Trump, you are not welcome here! Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my days. Let it stay for my pain. Let us pray for my rain. Let us pray for my rain. But who really knows? Here we go.
You broke into my house without a warrant?
Let's stay for my pain.
A federal judge has given the Trump administration 60 days to close.
We now know the names, and we can now show you
A brewing show.
Nothing looks more baller than an all black.
Let's try to connect my notes.
99% of
Don't eat bread for breakfast. I learned at G.
That is so wrong. You just don't even know.
If I attempt to leave this chamber today without signing a permission slip, am I subject to arrest by the government?
As I stated today, no one will be able to leave the chamber without a permission slip.
Let them in, kill them in. They proud of all my fucking friends. Listen, man, I think I fell in love again in Michigan.
Aquí voy a estar haciendo unos ricos.
I'm standing.
Yeah, I'd say that's a human rights violation in every frame of mind. I mean, even within, the John Locke and his instituted rights, even internationally. In the Human Rights Act, there are clauses for that.
They proud of all my fucking friends. Listen, man, I think I fell in love again in Michigan. Wait right there. Spot that sand.
Let it stay for my pain. Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my days. Let it stay for my pain. Let it stay for my rain. Let it stay for my rain.
Do you accept that?
Let it stay for my pain.
Wow, child, been alone for a while. Now, if you gotta turn it down, down. Wow, child, been alone for a while. Now, if you gotta turn it down, down. In the wind right there, in this park outside.
Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my rain. Let it stay for my pain. Let it stay for my rain. Let it stay for my brain. Let it stay for my days. Let it stay for my pain. Let it stay for my rain. Always looking for you.
On a different subject, the other day I was riding my bike, right? And I was getting home from work, started work in the morning, and went home in the midday. So I was riding my bike, and these people, they were doing cement on the street. There were cones, and they were redoing like a driveway, but it wasn't a private company, it was the city. So I'm on my bike, and I have to bike 10 miles, um, more than 10 miles accumulatory to work every day. But I was about halfway through my journey, right? And I'm riding my bike, and I'm on the sidewalk, and I'm going, I don't know, say like I 25 miles an hour to like 28. And these two guys are doing cement on the street, and I start screaming because see the guy like in front of me, and there's nowhere to go. It has to be on the sidewalk. They're doing the cement, so I start screaming, "Hey, get out of the way! Get out of the way!" The guy acts like he doesn't see me, just continues doing the cement work. Like he's pushing around, he's smoothing out the cement. I'm like, hey, get away, move, anything, just anything. He didn't react at all, so I had to swerve around the guy, and I ended up swerving around the guy, like whipping the bike handle in a left and right motion, and then, falling off like into the wet cement that the guy was doing. And I had just worked like 9 hours at work. So I had cement all over me. And I just looked at the guy. I looked at him. The guy was doing cement. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. I know this probably took a lot. I know it probably took a lot of time to do. So I'm sorry. And then I just got up and rode away. I didn't even hear his response. I did not even hear the guy's response. I was just like, I'm sorry for ruining your work. Let's say that's not as bad because that can be repaired. But I don't know. Just imagine if it was something more important. Right? Then I got home and I was kind of upset. I had to clean the cement off of my bike. That was kind of yeah, but 15 miles a day, But that's not the same. Me accidentally ruining this guy's cement work because I fell into it because he wouldn't get out of the way is much different than, say, the person who keeps messing with my computer. So many people are here. Why would you think that's okay?
Well, the dinner in Washington and they don't have to.
How do you think Trump's doing in office so far?
Did you think that would be a good thing to do? Was it a good thing?
I don't know how I didn't discover this fried egg recipe sooner. Just
There's a First Amendment right to burn the American flag.
LED light.
Promise to cherish you.
The point is to get everybody on the same page. Why wouldn't Trump just take the call from Putin while the other leaders were in the...
Let's do an unboxing of this one.
Now running for it. There comes another passenger out of the back seat. These kids are struggling, and look at this. He's getting back in the vehicle. Another one back in the vehicle, and finally...
You sons of bitches!
Average concert price is $72. Try going to a Laker game for that.
What you're doing today, Mr. All right, Gen Z, these are adults.
Thank God, I'm such a big fan, man. Thank you very much.
So...
There's nothing...
Hey, I almost forgot. I'm 2B from near Automata.
Nice.
Oh, almost forgot. 2B. Almost forgot. This dog.
So damn smart.
This cake was for our other cake decorator at the shop.
Believe it or not.
President Zelensky, are you prepared?
You've expressed many times your frustration and disappointment with...
Ew. Sort of rat.
Have you ever had a
It starts in the rib.
But yeah, I guess, like, certain things that people do, I guess. There's so much to Earth. It really doesn't amount to a single moment or, you know, a single thing, but it's one of those things, I guess you could say. Because if you don't like something, you most likely should change it, unless it's someone else, unless it's something else that someone else is doing or saying. And usually I'm huge on boundaries. Like, I preach that the whole communication and boundaries thing is like, there should never be a time where you're unable to say or feel how you feel, and a lot of people will make it a bit different, but, you know, self-expression, just being a good person in general, it pays off over time because you're able to really, like, put a placement on the things that are important. So I guess the moral of the story is that it was the friends we made along the way. Even though I don't have a single friend, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have not one friend. And I don't really like people, but it was the friends we made along the way, right? So, I like TikTok for this reason, because it not only helps you get connected, it also shows you how the world is in a current standpoint, in the way that people are. You don't have any, if you don't have a precursor to the way that the interaction is for other people, and you're not around enough, or you stay inside, or, you know, anything else, these types of things are helpful. It's also community building, interconnectivity, in the way that people are. So I see it as beneficial. I really do. And I love creative things. Other people do too. I feel like it applies in that aspect, at least in circumvent to violence, even, which you see a lot in here too. What is this?
And asked if she should have told the community that she messaged. Honestly, the biggest mistake that she made is that...
Honestly, there was no mistake.
Audio and musical finds at the flea market. This might be the holy
It's most likely just a
grail flea market find.
pretty girl and a guy having a disagreement.
You call me a fat ass. I know I'm a fat ass.
I was a white woman. Do you know what?
Rouge ready. We tried it last.
But you get what I'm saying, is that interconnectivity and placement, society, and the way that people are can benefit from the social implication, or say the social building aspects of the byproduct of, say, a website or social media. In some way, shape, or form, these things are so important this day and age. It's how people do think, say, and act upon form of self-expression and culture. And up until this time in the future, and in present time, we have never had access to these kinds of technologies. We've never had the smartphone. It's only 20 to the 30 years old, you know? We've never had the internet as much as we do now, and we haven't had information highways in the way that things are currently. So, you know, these may be just a culmination of videos, but it's also a standpoint in the current present place in history, and it will always be there, you know? They'll always be here. That is a very interesting take. That and politics, even news, organizations, television is actually dying, right? Like, public television, even large television companies aren't getting enough viewers. They're not accessing a younger audience because that's the way things are. So these things are more popular.
I guess
that I'm
confused.
Actually. And YouTube is too. So, here's the thing. It's a way for people to connect, but it's also, in a broader sense, you know, a larger effort to move forward. because if you see something on TikTok and then you go and say something to someone else about it, that's something to talk about, and it helps. But that's just on a individual basis, I guess. In a larger sense, public initiative to be less violent. Public initiative to be less violent, to be, you know, more connected, driven and on the basis of things that are more important, social issues, social and cultural acceptance, and everything surrounding, you know, the current time period we live in.
Okay, I'm actually freaking out because the largest Asian beauty store just opened up in
This
I wish you were here through the nightmare, breathing in the country air. I cannot go where the men go, outside of the panel, that is wishful die. I wish you were here through the nightmare, breathing in the country air. wish you were here through the nightmare, breathing in the country.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite animals, actually. Chameleon octopus. Here's my thing about it though. And I say this every time. How does the octopus know that the outside of his body, or its body, he or she, changes colors? That would be like the same thing as if you sat there for a second and tried to make your own hand match the background something. How does it know? You know? This is why this is so cool. I was fighting a crab here. But... and look how quickly it happens. It's just like the whole camouflage and cell relationship. Because those are its cells, you know, its skin. It's what it's made of. It's so weird. It's a weird thing. Very weird thing. But see, look. Completely gone. How does it know? That's the color. That this is, you know. And also, how does it know that it's the same color as well as, you know, changing to that color in specific to what skin, to what their skin is? It doesn't make any sense. That's why I think these things are alien. These are alien. Para especie. Especio. Especio. Which means face. But I don't know. It's such a weird little thing. This is. Kind of like the that in the here's the flying snake again.
Since the snake can't fly upward, it might better be called a parachuting snake. Of course, two can play at this flying game. This is the flying dragon lizard.
What? Dragon lizard?
The snake's interest in the flying dragon lizard is entirely culinary. He wants to eat it.
He wants to.
The flying dragon puffs itself up. The snake seems unimpressed, or at least Come
on here. Just want to see it jump. I'm sorry. Just want to. Yes. Yes. But yeah, socially, I believe that may be an observation.
I can't stand to see everything
Word of advice, so don't be that lame person that can't see that they're wrong, I guess. Try to open up um, perception and be mindful of the way that other people feel, or you most likely just you won't be around me, that's for sure. But I'm gonna go make a grilled cheese and some soup. It's raining.